classic progression used in thousands of songs, particularly from the 50s, is what we hear in All I Have to Do Is Dream. Now we're going to take a look at the Everly Brothers version of this. It was done by a lot of different people, but theirs is by far the kind of considered the at least the starting point, the first big hit of it. So you can find but popular tune, and really follows a real standard chord progression: 1, 6, 4, 5. And we're going to talk about it in a couple of other keys, but basically they did it in the key of E. And so in E, it's going to be chord number 1, E, going to chord number 6, which would be C sharp minor, going to chord number 4, A, and 5, B. The notes of an E scale, of course, would be E, F sharp, G sharp, A would be 4, B would be 5, and C sharp would be 6. Hence we have those chords: E, C sharp minor, A, and B. Now, there are, and typical of a lot of songs from the time, or a typical way of writing a song, was to really just put together two sections, an A section and a B section, play through a couple of A sections with maybe different endings, because the first A section will send you back to the second A section, and the second A section will lead you into the B section. And then you'll come back with a third A section with a different ending, just depending on kind of where it goes. So in this lesson we're going to talk about a couple of different ways of a simple way of playing it in E, like you just saw. We'll also talk about if you want to play the same thing now in C. In C we'd have 1, C, 6, A minor, 4, F, and 5, G. There we have. You can hear the same sound. So pretty basic chord progression, but a couple of things I want to talk about in this lesson are some of the extended chords that we could play, adding in chords that might be 6th chords, 7th chords, 13th chords, because we really heard the original recording done in March of 1958, I believe. Okay, don't quote me on that. Could have been 57, but featured a well-known guitar player, Chet Atkins, adding in a lot of stuff that was a little more colorful than just what the Everlys play. Now if you look at live versions of them, you'll see them just strumming E, C sharp minor, A, and B. But we might hear something a lot more like this come out of a higher pitched electric guitar. That's what Chet was doing. We'll get to that, and we'll get to especially options about that as well. Okay, so coming up, I think that's all I want to tell you here. It's kind of like the little preview to what's going on, but we'll take a look at the chord progression and a couple of different keys and some decorative chords that we can add in All I Have to Do Is Dream.